think so differently about many things since I've been dealing with a 17-year illness. One of the things that I've realized most during these years is that I really respond to pleasure. Whether it be sharing a meal with friends, sitting in my garden listening to the birds, or living in Paris for part of each year. Not everyone values pleasure so highly, I know, but I've found that it can even have a healing effect on me. Spending time in France allows me to marinate in a culture where people emphasize pleasure in life. Pleasure for the French are things like family, relationships, good taste, good food. In the United States, I find that we tend to emphasize work and achievement, whether it be in our careers, our personal growth and relationships, or whipping our bodies into athletic shape. The French certainly have drive and ambition, but it tends to be tempered by other things. But when it comes to finding pleasure, living with a chronic illness can be like treading on quicksand. The illness so often sinks the potential pleasures of my life. I've found that if I don't consciously make room for pleasure, that so many things get in the way and prevent me from experiencing it. Years ago, I had to give up so many things that I loved, including running, cross-country skiing, sewing my clothes. But I decided that when it came to my passion for food, that despite the digestive problems that illness had brought, baking was still within my grasp. But just as I've had to get extra health treatments and work very hard to be able to live in Paris, so I've had to also put in extra time and work to be able to eat a wide variety of foods without it aggravating my health. To make sure that pleasure is a part of my everyday life, one of my slogans has become, eat dessert every day. I never cease my amazement at the power that delicious dessert can have on my spirits. The day can start out very badly with me feeling ill and cranky, but if I bake something or I eat a dessert, it can completely turn the day around. When baking, I often sing out loud without even realizing it. Everything within me feels flowing like a soothing river. I often forget my troubles and am totally engrossed in the moment. All this from eating a piece of chocolate cake. So my attitude is, if something this simple boosts my spirits so much, far be it for me to deny myself such pleasure. I also, of course, eat very nutritious meals, which I make from scratch with mainly organic ingredients. Since I've been sick, I even adore vegetables in a way that I never did before. Those are pleasures too, though desserts are different. When I share what I bake with others, it brings me even more pleasure. I will make birthday cakes for friends. I will trade my cakes or cookies with someone who weeds in my garden. Occasionally I will make animal cookies and invite the neighborhood children to come over. Adults love the animal cookies just as much as the kids, so I give them away to friends, healthcare providers, even to the man who pumps my gas at the gas station. In the end, what works best for me isn't always a part of conventional health advice. And enjoying dessert every day would be a good example. I'm very good at following through with healthcare advice, and much of it has helped. Sometimes, though, I find that there's a tipping point beyond which too much of it sinks the potential pleasures of my life and ends up diminishing my life the quality of life rather than improving it. I must take the time to sort through all of that well-intentioned advice and to figure out what works best for me. In the meantime, I think I'll go have a piece of cake. If you'd like to learn more about my story, go to my website and watch my movie filmed in Paris by documentary filmmaker Jack Matitiahu.